Alright, Cine Freaks. My name's Chris, and for the last 50 years, I've been a... Hello everyone, I just wanted to come on and do another episode of Ronnie Gill's Cinema of Discovery, because the amount of DVDs that I'm getting through while I'm in the travel lodges, well, one per night. That's kind of where I'm at with it, because I don't like staying there. So I'm down visiting my friend, so I thought I'd shoot a little video, and yeah, let's take it from there, shall we? So, if you've seen in my last video, what I said I did is I chronologically listed all of my unseen DVDs. I'll put a link to the first episode down below in the description, and then I'll watch them in chronological order so that I don't miss any opportunities for them to arrive in my top 10 for that particular year. Anyway, let's get on with it. Before I started, before April the 1st, and before all of this housing situation, I watched The Bucket List. Really good film. Really enjoyed it. I give that one a 7 out of 10. The night before, the last day of March, I watched the most recent unseen film that I had, and this was going to be my benchmark. The way I thought about films was, if films improve as the years go on, and this is the most recent unseen film that I have in my collection, then this should set the benchmark for everything before it. I watched it, I've given it 5 out of 10. It's not very good. So then I started the Cinema of Discovery. And at the top of my list, the first film I was watching, Howling 6, The Freaks. You know what? I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I hadn't seen a werewolf movie for a long time, and this was a typical cheesy werewolf movie. Lorna, who is a werewolf, stumbles across a little town, goes to help out at the church. A circus comes into town, and the circus find out that he's a werewolf, so they capture him and they put him in the cage in the freak show, along with a lot of other people. And the guy who runs the circus is a big blood-sucking vampire. It's cheesy, it's fun, it's horror. I give it 6 out of 10. Next, I watched McBain with Christopher Walken in, and I really enjoyed it. Again, another film that I really enjoyed. It's very much like an early version of The Expendables. Him and his Vietnam War comrades are helped out when they were in Vietnam, and then they find out that in Colombia, the guy who helped them, he's been killed, so they all go on a mission just to kill everybody, just on a revenge mission to kill all of the bad guys who killed their mate. And there's lots of explosions, there's lots of guns. It's a bit dated. I give this one a 7 out of 10. The next one I watched a double bill this night. I watched Critters 3, and I quite enjoyed this one as well. I hadn't seen Critters for a lot of years, probably since the early noughties or something like that. And then I watched this one. I'd not seen it before. Leonardo DiCaprio in his first ever film, and it's cheesy, but it's fun. And I give that one a 7 out of 10. Straight after that, I watched Critters 4. I give this one a 4 out of 10. There's hardly any critters in it. They're all up in some sort of spaceship. It's like an episode of Red Dwarf without the laughs. 4 out of 10. The next night, these are all coming out now in chronological UK release order. So whether that was at the cinema, or whether that was straight to video or straight to DVD, whatever the first came available to the general public in the UK, that's how I'm now watching all of my unseen films. I watched What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and I was recommended this from Kev, and Kev, you are right, mate, it is a great film. And Craig, I think you mentioned it as well. Cheers, mate, thank you. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I thought Johnny Depp was brilliant in it. I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was very heartwarming in it. I'm not a fan of Juliette Lewis. Juliette Lewis was Juliette Lewis in it. And I give this one an 8 out of 10. The next night, I watched Witchcraft 5. Yeah, not very good. Not very good at all. I give that one 4 out of 10. So that's right at the bottom with Critters 4 for that one. I mean, I love low budget horror, but it's got to be entertaining as well, and that one wasn't. Then, this is entertaining. The next night, I watched Schindler's List, or I thought I did, because I opened it up. Disc 1, Disc 2. Okay, no bother. Disc 1, popped it in. Press play to watch a movie, press play. And it starts off in the clouds. And then 5 minutes later, he's making the list. I thought, oh, he's straight into it. And then 10 minutes later, he's standing in front of all the Jews and he's saying, the women train goes off somewhere else, Auschwitz, and then he pulls them back and then he says, at the end of the night, the war's over. And I was like, yeah. What, this meant to be a 3-hour film, like, or what? Where does it go from here, like? And then it finished. Yeah, of course, it's a 3.5-hour film, isn't it? It's split over 2 discs, and both of these discs are disc 2. Didn't check that when I picked it up, did I? I can't watch the first part, but I have watched the second part, and I really enjoyed it. I've given Schindler's List, even though I've not seen the complete film, a solid 7 out of 10. And that one doesn't go back in the pile. Then I watched Cyber Tracker. I got this one free. Thank you very much. Not very good. I was disappointed. You know, it's got Don the Dragon Wilson in, so I was expecting some decent action, and I guess it was. But considering this came out in what 92, 93, and Terminator came out way before it, it just didn't need to be made, in my opinion. But it was, and I rated it 5 out of 10. Next, I watched Executive Decision with Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal for about 10 minutes, and Halle Berry. Who else is in it? Anyway, that was enough. That was enough to be in it. John Leguizamo, yeah, he was good. I enjoyed this film, and I give it a 6 out of 10. It's something what I call a Sunday afternoon film, something action where you can't fall asleep because the explosions and you know, after you've had your Sunday dinner. Those were a thing of the past there. Anyway, moving on, let's do the next one. I watched this, but I wouldn't recommend anyone else watch it. Hard Men. It says here, in a nutshell, The Craze meets Reservoir Dogs. One of the must-see movies this year. It's bad and it's British. Well, the last sentence I agree with. It's bad and it's British. The acting, it was too loud. They were just shouting the lines. They weren't listening to the other characters. They weren't reacting. It just fell flat on so many levels. The violence in it was quite a lot. But the acting just wasn't there for me. I give that one 5 out of 10. Fire Down Below, Steven Seagal. And I picked up a load of Steven Seagal movies, and I'm working my way through them, and I've watched a few of them already. This one, in the hills, there is toxic waste being dumped, and he works for the environmental health or something like that, or FDA or something like that. And he moves to this town. Again, helps out at church. Is he a werewolf? We don't know. There wasn't a full moon. Anyway, he stops the bad guys by having lots of fights with them, and he just doesn't care. And there's it's Steven Seagal. It's quite entertaining, and the storyline was all right. I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. Then I had to follow it up with another Steven Seagal film, which came out the next release that I had, and this one isn't very good. No, it's about maybe some sort of cult leader trying to take over or something like that. I can't remember. It was only the other night I watched it as well. Oh no, this was The Cure. Hold on. Yeah, there was a little girl, wasn't it? Right, okay. Anyway, yeah. I give it a 5 out of 10. And last night, I watched Saving Grace. Have you ever seen it? Brenda Blethyn, that's the woman who plays Vera. This was a few years ago, and Craig Ferguson. She gets a house repossessed. She's losing everything, and she knows this guy who smokes a bit of weed. And she's a world-class gardener, and he's struggling to grow his plants. So, you know, she says, I'll grow it, and the money I get from it, I'll save me house type of thing, you know. Anyway, she has a little puff of it, enjoys it, and then it just kind of goes downhill from there. It does, you know. It's quite good up until that point. It's quite funny, but after that, it just kind of, oh, how do they end the film? All right, okay, let's write this into it, and that let's try this to end the film. The first part, great ideas. Second part, not so good. I'll give this a 6 out of 10, and that, Cinefreaks, these are the DVDs that I've watched for the first time in the last 2 weeks. I'll be putting these on. None of them made the top 10, unfortunately. Not even Gill but Grape. I'll double check that one, because to me that does feel like a strong contender. But that's just because I've recently watched it. I'll check that one again, and all of these will be going on this wall. And these are the next few that I'm due to watch. And I've got them. Obviously I'm still homeless, and I'm trying to raise me money as best I can to get a deposit for a place. So I've set up a Whatnot channel for Common Geordie Film Geek. I'm going to be selling off anything that I own. I've got loads of women's clothes, but I'll probably do them just at bank holidays. And I've got loads of DVDs, and I know films, so I'm talking about them. So I do have a show on there on Saturday at 6:30. This is not a plug, it's just letting you know about the show. It's called Saturday Night at the Movies. There are 2 big other DVD UK sellers and Blu-ray sellers on Whatnot at the same time, so feel free to go to them if you want to buy Blu-rays and stuff like that. But I will be in my little corner of the world, looking at these DVDs, putting them up at 4 for £1, and I've got some special offers and some box sets, but anyway, that's by the by. I'm still not doing quizzes at the moment for the time being. I've only just found my laptop. It's been missing for about 4 or 5 days. So once I've got this uploaded, there will not be another quiz until I know where I'm heading with the housing. I've got a meeting on Wednesday, and I'll be able to meet the housing officer and find out what my options are, and I'll try to update as we go. Anything else? Alright. Can he?
Yeah. Coming to you live from the 208. It's a Geordie Film Geek in the place. Chris G, you know how we do. No late fees, no subscriptions, no plastic, just the wax. I mean the DVDs. Let's go. I'm back in the lab, fresh out the lodge, dodging the wise, mental sabotage, got the Sigma 6 flow, logistics tight, scaling the mountain, my future in sight, moving all that I own in a fast track clearance, building bank with the G's perseverance, no stresses, selling dresses in the morning with the ladies, I got you. To the puzzlers and the gamers in the afternoon hazers, I got you. To all my cinefreaks and film geeks, physical media content peeps, I got you. Ain't no puzzle with these prices, very naughty, very naces. No plastic cases, just happy faces. I don't slip, I just ship, just the disc in the sleeve. I'm the last of a breed, you better believe it's 4 for a quid, yeah, and we're keeping it G. Saving classic cinema for the community. No ads, no buffers, no digital cage. Just a common Geordie film geek on the Whatnot stage. From the landfill to your door, we're clearing the floor. Swipe right to bid and then we're bringing out more. Hold up, new beat, what's that you say? Yo, tell me Chris, you got horror? Ay, I got ghosts that'll haunt you till the morrow. You got Disney for the kids? Ay, I got that too, but only legal content, mine. Nothing here from Bonnie Blue, absolutely not. Keep it clean, keep it real. I'm here for the culture, I'm here for the deal. Check the haul videos on my YouTube and see. Tell me what you need if it's there on DVD. I'll pull it from the stack at a lightning speed. Run it for you when I'm on, that's the way a deal is done. Common Geordie Film Geek in the place to be. 1100, that's the fee. Deposit for the flat, get my hands on the key in the lock. Wall to wall movies, we clearing the stock. From the northeast coast with the west coast vibe. Join the show, share the love, join the Cinefreaks tribe. Peace out.